Hello again and welcome to Tips with Andrew. I am Andrew Sapiano. Thank you so much for joining me on this happy Tuesday. I hope you guys are rocking out this week so far, getting your plans set for whatever goals, hopes, plans, dreams you have for this week and are ready to rock it out. I know I'm super excited. I hope you guys are happy like me. What a great time to be alive. Quickly, before we get started here, if you haven't, please do get your tickets to doTERRA's convention. They're officially on sale. This is for you if you are at all interested in essential oils, alternative wellness, living a natural lifestyle, all sorts of that goodness. This is the event that you want to be at. You do not want to miss this one. It's a week-long event. There's information, education, community, coming together, new products, exclusive products, science behind why the oils work with us, why you should care about essential oils and alternative wellness. This is an amazing event. I'm super excited. This is one of my favorite times of the year. I'm super excited. Definitely, it's going to be in person in Utah or online, so definitely reach out to me, drop me a comment, send me a message, and we'll get you rocking and rolling. Lastly, if you are at all dealing with some stuff in your life, transitioning in your career, can't figure out life itself, feel free to book a free consultation with a certified life coach like myself. I'm here for you. Definitely reach out to me, drop me a comment, send me a message. We'll work together to get you past whatever roadblocks you have, whatever is going on in your life, and get you to that next level to live the life that you know you want to have. All right, cool. That's where I'm going to cut that off right there. I'm telling you, there's so much more going on over here. I could talk and talk and talk all day, but I won't. I won't go on about what's going on over here. I'll just get into today's topic. What a great time to be alive. What are we, July 26th, 27th? Almost the end of the halfway mark of 2022. I was actually thinking about it, and a couple of things have come up, but when we were going into the year 2000, right, and the world was supposed to end, and the aliens were going to take over, and just death and destruction. It was amazing, and now we're in 2022. And 22 years after supposedly the end of the world, right? So that's what I mean, right? It's an amazing time to be alive, and there's so much awesome stuff going on that we need to take care of, that we can take care of, and that's really why where the overwhelm and the struggle comes in more often than not. And if you need to reach out for help, definitely reach out for help. Don't think that makes you less of a person. What I wanted to talk about today was keeping commitments to yourself, right? I read a quote that we have no problem, or we have a huge problem disappointing others, but we have no problem disappointing ourselves. And that's a thought process that needs to change. You are the only person that is like you in the world, and you are living the only life that you have. And keeping commitments to yourself, it needs to start at least being a priority, right? Maybe not number one thing. And definitely I'm not saying don't care about other people, because you don't want to come off as arrogant and ignorant and all that stuff, right? But you do want to take care of yourself, right? We have entered an era where self-wellness, self-control, self-healing, right? Learning about mental wellness, mental health, all that stuff has come forefront into our minds forefront into our lives, simply because we never thought about it the way that we do now before, right? We have a different thought process behind what's going on in our lives. So that's where I wanted to come in, give some reasons as to why committing to myself has made a huge difference in my life, and I believe that it could be the most important thing that you do in your life, because when you focus on what you fear, you get more of that, but when you focus on what you want and what you actually are excited about, you'll get more of that. It's the way the universe works. So that's where I wanted to come on. Keeping commitments to yourself is that could be the first step in living a whole new different lifestyle. I can promise you that once I started caring for myself, everything changed, right? New doors opened up, new connections opened up, right? People started to treat me differently. They started to talk to me differently. They started to listen to me differently, right? And these are all reasons that, we need to commit to ourselves. We need to make sure that we are priority in our own lives, right? There's one thing that really stands out to me when I'm talking to Tina is that she gets told you can't care for other people until you care for yourself. And that's really, it has never been more relevant than it is nowadays, right? And so that's where we need to keep our commitments to ourselves. So I got some reasons here that they could be great. And, hopefully you get some value out of this. Hopefully you enjoy this. And who knows, maybe one or two of these reasons helps you to help yourself by keeping the commitments that you made to yourself. Understanding that you're awesome, right? You are awesome as a person, and you have everything in your life, in your ability to get, do, and have whatever you want in life, as long as you commit to it. As long as you really make yourself a prevalent figure in your own life, right? Why not? Why not try and make yourself yourself the main event for your own life, right? So the first one that I've got here is that it's your life, right? We can't be the main character in somebody else's life. We can only be the main character in our lives, right? And not only that, but this is really the way that it was taught to me was, if you don't have a plan for your life, you will fall into the plan of somebody else's life. And I can guarantee you that their plan does not involve your future, right? Not that sounds really rude, but their plan for their lives does not include you, right? They don't have a plan for your future. Or at least if their plan for your future is completely different than what your plan for your future is. And I can promise you that 100%. This is something that you have to really understand, is that you are the author of your life, right? You are the main event, the main character in your life. Keeping commitments to yourself needs to be the forefront because we are so used to not, right? We are so used to default setting, I had a tough day, or, it's been a rough week, or, I got rejected 3 times already, or, maybe I just need to learn more, or, blah, 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 right? We could sit here and give ourselves excuses as to why we can't, won't, or shouldn't till the cows come home, right? We literally anytime, and this is the best part about what I love more than anything is that when somebody's trying to bring us up, and I get into this all the time with Tina, you try and bring somebody else up, and there they are trying to argue against you. Trying to say, nah, man, I can't do that. Nah, that's not for me. Nah, that's not what I'm interested in. Like, what do you mean? This is literally what I'm telling you about yourself. I'm telling you you're awesome. I'm telling you that you can do whatever you want. I'm telling you that you have all the ability, and here you are arguing against me. Like, that's what I love. That's what I love about people, right? As much as we can be our biggest cheerleaders, right? And when we get an idea and a thought and we really want to go with it, we can cheerlead ourselves till no end, right? But we can be our worst critics. We can be, that death toll, that knife in the back, if you will, to ourselves way more than we have the ability to be nice to ourselves. And that's the problem right there, is that it's so much easier to be negative and to be down on yourself than it is to be positive and uplifting to yourself, right? So that's why we need to just switch the thinking. Start understanding that it's your life, right? Nobody has the plan that somebody has for your future is not going to be the same plan that you have for your future. So understand that, make a plan for your life, and let's start sticking to it, right? Who knows? Who knows what could happen, right? And one of the things that really that I started really that light bulb moment, and I just started doing it, right? One of the quotes that I read was, I was reading some philosophy thing, and they were talking about what if the things that you hear are those people are onto something. So, right, commit to yourself. What if those people are onto something, right? What if the people that say that you can't care for others until you care for yourself? What if those people are onto something, right? What if those people are actually figuring something out, and we don't know what we don't know, right? So why not try it, right? If they're wrong, definitely don't do that. Right? If it makes you upset, if it makes you, stressed out and overwhelmed, don't do that. But who knows, right? It could end up doing something very good for your life and changing you for the better. If you just think about it, that's really what I'm on that mission, right? What if they're onto something? What if, right? Who knows? I don't know. Number 2, helps you gain momentum, right? When you keep commitments to yourself, this is one of the things that I really found exciting in my life. When you keep commitments to yourself and you start seeing those little changes, right? And it's not changes that are going to happen overnight. These are little specific changes. This is also why, keeping a journal is a really sort of side tip to keeping commitments to yourself, because you write down your commitment to yourself and then you can see what you're actually doing. Because I was actually watching something the other day, and they talked about exercise, right? You go to the gym and you do the running, and you do the lifting the weights, and you eat right? And then you don't see anything, right? And okay, so then you go back to the gym the next day and you do the same thing, right? The running, the lifting the weights, all that, and you don't see anything. Right, so then it starts to feel like that stuff doesn't work. Right, it feels like nothing is really happening in our lives. That's why we need to. That's one of the reasons why we should keep a journal. But that's why we need to really understand what we're doing for the momentum, right? To gain momentum. So we know that we want to lose 20 pounds by next month, or we want to get 20 sales in our business, or we want to go on vacation for however long, right? Wherever. You know the end goal, right? So now you just have to do the steps, put in the effort, do the work in order to make that dream happen. So when you commit to yourself, you have made the goal for yourself to lose the weight, right? Or gain the money, or make the sales, or whatever the goal is that you have. Now, you have to make the commitment to yourself that you are going to do the work. Because I can promise you, there's nobody coming to you, knocking your door and make sure that you are eating your vegetables. There's nobody coming knocking on your door to make sure that you are going to the gym and you make sure that you've done your workout today. There's nobody coming knocking on your door to make sure that you've gone out there and done the sales calls that you need to make in order to progress your business, right? People aren't coming. It's got nothing to do with you, right? It's not that people hate you. It's this, that people are really busy with their own things, right? Everybody's got their own problems. My to-do list is longer than I can see, and I can almost guarantee that if anybody that you meet has just about as much, if not more, going on in their lives than you do, right? So just understand that nobody really, quote unquote, cares about what's happening, or about your trials and tribulations, simply because they just have so much going on in their lives that they really don't have the time, right? There's only so much effort and energy that you can put to any task ever, right? And so when people are focused on themselves so much, they don't have that much more time and effort and energy to provide you to make sure that you're accomplishing the goals that you need to do in your life, right? That's why you need to do it for yourself. Gain that momentum, commit to it, keep the commitments, see the little changes, understand that little changes here and there are going to add up over time. And you do the little changes, the little things, they make a huge difference over time. As long as you just commit, keep the commitment to yourself. Number 3, actually I just touched on it, be your own hero, right? Be the hero that you need, that you are looking for, that you wish that somebody would be there to knock on your door and do that, right? One of the easiest ways to do this one is sticky notes all over your house or your apartment, your room, whatever, right? Sticky notes are a really cool thing. That's just a cool reminder. If you want, that hero, right, quote unquote, to be there for you, then keeping sticky notes everywhere will help you do that. It's kind of like a reminder, right? You're your own guardian angel to a certain extent, and it will help you to stay on track. It will help you gain that momentum that you're needing. It will help you to understand that, not everything is going to be easy. Not everything is going to just, come to you and be the knight in shining armor that you need. Some things are going to be hard, and everything worth having in life is definitely hard to acquire. Things that are easy to acquire, more often than not, are gone right away, but they also don't really do anything really for your life. So That's where you have to understand that when you're putting in the work, you're doing the behind the scenes stuff that nobody really cares about. Nobody really wants to hear, right? Nobody really understands what goes into it. You see, the social media gurus that just have everything together and they've got, hundreds and millions of followers and they're selling all sorts of stuff and they make it seem like it's super easy, right? When in reality, it is not. And we know that. We know that anything that we've tried to do in life that has made any sort of impact has been hard, has been tough, right? For me, quitting smoking was one of the toughest things that I've ever done, right? But that's something that I knew that I had to change. Saving money, right, is something that I knew that needed to be done in my life. My dad used to say that money burned a hole in my pocket. Literally every time I got it, it was out the door because I just can't have it, right? So these are little changes that I had to make in my life. I had to be that hero that I needed, right? Nobody's going to be like, no, man, I don't want any more of your money. No, please keep that. Everybody's like, yeah, man, give me the money. I love it, right? I'll take all your money, no problem. So that's where you need to really understand what you're trying to accomplish in your life and be that hero that you need. Number 4, it can help you bring happiness, right? When you're doing things, this is one of the things, right? When you put in the hard work and you do the little dirty behind the scenes stuff and you do all that stuff that nobody really cares about, and then you end up as this completely new thought process, right? You think about it as like a little caterpillar that is blossoming into this butterfly, this beautiful butterfly, right? Nobody cares about the caterpillar. You see it, you step on it. Get that thing away from me, right? And even when it turns into it gets the cocoon, the shell, right? You even see that and you're like, oh, that's gross. I don't like that, not even at all. But then it turns into this nice, beautiful butterfly and everybody's like, wow, that's a beautiful butterfly. Oh man, I need to take pictures of that, put that on my Instagram, right? People will love that. I know that I'll get followers off this one. So that's where, that's what I mean, right? So the little dirty behind the scenes stuff right at the beginning, nobody really cares about, but as soon as you blossom into this nice beautiful butterfly, everybody's going to care about you. Everybody's going to want to know how you did it. Everybody's going to want to know why you did it. Everybody's going to want to know your secret, right? Not everybody's going to follow it because they all want that, that little secret, that special sauce that'll just help them do whatever they want to right away. But just understand, this is where you have to trust the process, right? Understand that there is going to be a long process in order to accomplish whatever you want to accomplish in your life. And that has nothing to do with anything more than you've just been programmed from an early age to get to where you are right now in this very moment. Everything that you have in your life is because you have wanted that in your life. And whether you choose to accept it or not, you're right. That's my thing right there. So if we can understand that what we have in our lives right now is because of what we wanted, change what you want, right? If you don't like the life that you have now, change what you want and you can change your life. And if you, and that's really as simple as it is. It's not going to be easy, but it's simple, right? So you just have to do the little things. Find one of my biggest things is find happiness in the process, right? For me, I really had to understand that, and I had to really put in, get myself to a place where I liked the work, right? And that's where you need to be if you want to achieve a little bit more. And then my last, not why keeping commitments to yourself, but my last thing here is to consider asking for help from a certified life coach like myself. Life is hard, right? And if we could do the things that we wanted to do by ourselves, we probably would have already done it by now. And that's not to say that there's anything wrong with you. I just mentioned, right? We're programmed, we're all programmed differently, right? So there's nothing wrong with you. There's just understand that, asking for help does not make you a bad person. It does not make you a weak person. It does not make you anything more than somebody that wants to change their lives, wants to change their thought process. Asking for help, in my opinion, is one of the toughest, awesomest things you can do in your life. Book a free consultation today with a certified life coach like me, and let's get you on your way to living the life of your dreams. That's all I got for you for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I know I had a lot of fun making it. Feel free to share this with your friends. family member, perhaps somebody from your team that you feel needs to hear this. If you'd like to learn more about essential oils, how to get your hands on some of this cool stuff that I'm talking about, booking a free consultation with a certified life coach, definitely reach out to me, drop me a comment, send me a message, and we'll get you rocking and rolling. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day and an even better rest of your week, and I look very forward to talking to you again. I love you guys. Bye for now.